Home again. Didn't expect to come here to meet the Jarl, quite honestly. You see, the Nords, you excluded obviously, Lilia, are not exactly fond of my kind, nor of the Dark Elves. They tend to ask us Argonian to not leave the docks. But, that aside, we are here on a rather important mission, so hopefully Ulfric Stormcloak will listen to us. Give us a chance. Here we go.
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord.
There he is on his throne.
He'll come around.
See if he'll listen.
We've intercepted couriers from Solitude.
Only the
Empire's
foolish or
putting
the
a great
courageous
deal of
approach
pressure
a Jarl
on the White
without
One.
summons. Do I know you?
No, my Jarl, you do not know me, though I do hail from this town. However, I have a message from the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
They wish to negotiate a truce until the dragon menace has been dealt with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course, and the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
That is the plan. But politics be damned. Alduin's returned. You are Nord. You know what trouble this means.
Alduin, the world eater of song and legend.
He's no
If
legend.
that's true. Well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even
does.
Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
Does this mean you'll come to the Peace Council?
Yes, I'll give
Thank you.
Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs. And what would you have me do?
Thank you, my Jarl.
If he's not with us, he's against us.
Come, Lydia, we
He knows
wish
that.
not to concern
They
ourselves
all
with more of
know
these
that.
political
How
unreasonings.
long are you going to wait?
We need to make it to Solitude now.
You think I need to say?
Alright. He should be somewhere in those barracks, I believe, but we might have to do a little asking around. But at least we know where to start. Oh, lots of guards here. Let's see if any one of them know.
They
Hey.
say if a vampire so much as scratches you, you'll turn into one. That better not be true.
Right. Where might I find General Tullius? It's a matter of urgency. To those doors, yes. I'll bear no weapon, I promise. Thank you. Lydia, there he is. I think we'll need to be a little more, proper with him than with Ulfric.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
Excuse me, General.
My men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle. Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
I do. I have a message from the Greybeards.
The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
They're convening a peace council at High Hearthguard. They request your presence.
Why, there's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
We need a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with. This is not a matter of politics, but Skyrim as a whole. I mean, even if Skyrim were to fall, do you think Alduin would not simply fly over the mountains towards the Empire's homeland?
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
The dragons will make everything harder for you. They do not discriminate against Nord or Empire. They're a bigger problem than the Stormcloaks right now, and you must realize this.
You may have a point. It's getting difficult to even move troops around without attracting a dragon attack.
Exactly.
By all accounts, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as badly. Even Ulfric might see the sense of a truce under these conditions.
He's already agreed to come to this council. Does this mean you'll come as well?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
I have faith in the Greybeards.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to
Lord?
try to take Whiterun.
What's she doing with
Jarl
the Empire?
Balgruf
Not my
refuses
issue.
the Legion's right
Lydia,
to garrison troops in his city.
You know what we're gonna do,
On
right?
the other hand, he also
Climb
refuses to
those
acknowledge
steps
Ulfric's claim.
again.
Well, if he wants to stand...
Man, I swear these things are getting longer. I hope Ulfric and Tullius have come as they stated they would. Arngeir, I've done it. Why are you all together right now? Something amiss.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
But you do. And we're not. I'll get them to agree to peace, even if it's just for the time being.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are.
Indeed.
Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
What are they doing here?
So, Arngeir, is it? You know why we're here. Are you going to let us in or not?
You are not invited here. You are not welcome here.
We have as much right to be at this council as all of you. More, actually, since we were the ones that put the Dragonborn on this path.
Actually,
Hubris of the Blades truly knows no bounds.
he's right.
If it were
was
up to you, the Dragonborn would sit dreaming on this mountain doing nothing.
Delphine, we're not here to rehearse old grudges. The matter at hand is urgent. Alduin must be stopped. You wouldn't have called this council if you didn't agree.
Esbern is
We
right.
know a great deal about the situation and the threat that Alduin poses to us all. You need us here if you want this council to succeed.
Arngeir, he's not wrong.
Very well. You may enter.
Delphine, I ask that you be respectful here, however. You are a guest. Perhaps let Esbern speak for the Blades. And I will speak for myself. I'm not much of a politician. Not at all, actually. What the hell do they expect me to say? I simply hope that Tullius and... I don't know. Truly don't know. What? What a... Altmere?
And so we meet again.
We all wait
But this
upon
time
you,
I know who and
Dragonborn.
what you really are.
Did not expect to see her again. Now, Balgruf.
Why delay? Please, take your seat so that we can begin. Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin. I hope that we have all come here
No.
in the spirit
You
of...
insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? Your chief Talos hunter?
Here, here.
God, they're
I
already
have
at
every
it.
right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere. Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? You'd think that I would sit down at the same table with that. Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
What's the harm? Besides, Tullius doesn't really want her here either. It's simply necessity on their end.
Maybe so, but bringing her here is a deliberate provocation.
If you allow it
Tullius
to be.
needs to know I won't be pushed around.
Let Tullius have his way on this. He'll have to give ground later. This is a negotiation, not another frickin' standstill.
It feels like a mistake to me. But I'll bow to your judgment on this.
Thank you.
But she is to observe, nothing more. We are not negotiating with her. Is that clear?
Ulfric, why so hostile? After all, it's not the Thalmor that's burning your farms and killing your sons.
She's supposed to be on our side?
You know exactly... No. Not this time.
Now that that's settled, may
Thank
we
you,
proceed?
Jarl Ulfric.
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the dragon menace.
That's the only point of
There's
this.
nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of
A
Skyrim.
ceasefire.
I knew he wouldn't be
We're
able to
here
resist.
to arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Thank you, General Tullius.
Let's get this over with.
Are we
Yes,
ready
he's
to
professional.
proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, this council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request.
Thank you for
I
coming.
ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General,
I'll
this is
handle this.
outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss the truce.
We are.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely
What would the
out of
Empire
character.
want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough. First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire
far from
and
a
deserve
waste,
a traitor's
Tullius.
death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
I see. Could hand Riften over to them and let them deal with the Thieves Guild. Or Dawnstar, though it's a bit remote. Markarth is one of the larger cities in the hold. I think Riften is fair. It comes close to size and its economy is great, much like that of Markarth. Dawnstar is too small to be considered fair.
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank. You heard the man, Ulfric. We've made you a fair offer. Are you serious about these talks, or are you just here to posture?
I expected better from you, Dragonborn. I came here in good faith. And now it seems you help the Empire at every turn.
I'm here for fairness.
As for you, General Tullius, I see now that Galmar was right. Talking to the Empire is just as useless as ever. If you think you can hold Markarth, you're as deluded as your Emperor when he signed away our freedom to Thalmor. Skyrim will never again bow to your false empire. Let's go, Galmar. I should have listened to you in the first place.
You always were a fool, Ulfric. You're no better at diplomacy than you are in the battlefield.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements?
Thank you, Esbern.
Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
You are not in charge, Ulfric.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything.
Blades act as their own separate
Don't you understand
entity.
the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
A very pretty speech. But what does it
Shut
have
up.
to do with the...
If he's right about
Thank you,
Ulfric,
Ulfric.
we both have just as much to lose here, Tullius. Remember that.
As to
Now,
you, Ulfric.
back to the matter at hand. Don't hand me a
stubborn.
mug of sheep's piss and call it mead. These terms are still not acceptable.
I'm sure you have something in mind.
Damn right we do.
I'd rather be working
You
on the
surrender
docks than listen to
Hjalmar
this shit.
us, and take Idgrod Ravencrone with you. Sorely the Builder will take over as Jarl of Morthal.
Where do these demands stop, Ulfric? Do you expect me to surrender all of Skyrim?
It seems I have no choice but to let the Dragonborn decide. Although I'm starting to doubt your fairness.
Shove it.
What say you, Dragonborn?
The economy of Riften alone is worth quite a bit. But giving you more direct access to the Rift, thus Cyrodiil, is a greater military advantage than you might even think at the moment. Allow Ulfric to have the West, whilst you control the South. What you do with this after the fact is up to you. But for now, I need to get my job done. Because if you guys continue to do your job, all you do is make mine harder. And if mine fails, well, you'll have no job to do. I agree with Ulfric on this. The Empire should turn over Hallmark.
Spoken like a true son of Skyrim.
I'm a son of Blackmarsh, thank you.
I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thangvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the Rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Leila Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften.
Oh my, I didn't think of
Jarl
that one.
March will be turned over to Ulfric, with Sorley the Builder assuming the Jarlship.
The corruption will spread with her.
You both agree to this?
Not
The
my
sons
problem.
of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
It's not a time for jabs,
I have
Ulfric.
nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Delmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part.
Good.
Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temple.
See, Tullius, I have my resources.
But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Aldrin has raised up.
How exactly does this help us, however?
Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
Yes, but I figured that much, but why would he come when called? I'm sure he has other business to be off to.
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge.
Oh.
Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Aldrin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
So what is this dragon's name, Esbern?
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in the scroll.
I'm so glad he shows respect to the Greybeards.
Winged snow hunter, as I read it.
Wow.
Here's one more thing. We know about
Turns out he's a dragon, but he helped me, so what of it?
That's fine. We needed his help. Now we don't. And it's long past time for him to pay for his crimes.
Excuse me?
And he's not just any dragon. He was the right hand of Alduin.
Was.
He committed atrocities so infamous they are still remembered thousands of years later. He needs to die. He deserves to die. And it falls to you to kill him. Until he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but we would dishonor our oaths as blades if we continue to help you. Make your choice, Dragonborn. You're either with us or against us.
No, that is your choice. Why does he need to die? What did he do?
Here's the big picture. He helped Alduin enslave our ancestors. He may have betrayed Alduin in the end, but that makes him worse, not better.
Worse?
He can't afford to give Paarthurnax the opportunity to betray us in turn and return to his old master.
That will never happen, Delphine. Ever. And if you do not change your mind, then this is goodbye. Can you believe her, Lydia? She wants me to slay Paarthurnax because she fears he'll rejoin Alduin. He was the only dragon out there with enough guts to turn his back on the World Eater, the dragon more powerful than all. Delphine seems to think that these dragons are all loyal to Alduin simply out of loyalty. Suppose she doesn't understand fear, even in the dragon's eye. Paarthurnax has nothing to worry about by our hand, and she's not powerful enough to slay him herself. But suppose we best rest up, because we're gonna catch ourselves a dragon soon. I wish to talk to Arngir first, though. He should know what Delphine wishes. Perhaps I can speak to Parthenos as well. Where did that Greybeard go this time? Probably outside again. On gear. On gear. I don't recognize any of them from behind. There you are.
You did well here today. I don't think the truce will last long, but that will not be on your account.
I thank you for allowing us to hold this. I do have some news, though. The Blades, more specifically Delphine, they wish me to kill Parthenos.
Now you see why I've warned you against them bloodthirsty barbarians.
You aren't wrong. It's true what they said, though. Was he truly Alduin's ally?
Yes, but understand, during the days of Alduin's rule, all dragons were his allies. There was nothing else they could be. If not for Parthenos, Alduin could not have been overthrown. It was he that first taught men to use the Thu'um.
Don't worry, I'm not going to kill Parthenos.
Kinnereth has placed the voice of wisdom within you, Dragonborn. All you need do is learn to listen to it, and your path will be clear.
Thank you. I'm gonna go speak with Parthenos now. Hope he's up here. Not flying about. There he is. Greetings, Elder.
Dremyolok, greetings.
I wish for you to know that the Blades say that you deserve to die.
The Blades are wise not to trust me. Onikan Miov. I would not trust another Dova.
Why shouldn't they trust you then?
Dov Walan Farel. We were made to dominate. The will to power is in our blood. You feel it in yourself, do you not?
Suppose.
I can be trusted. I know this, but they do not.
I know it.
Onikan Niov Dova. It is always wise to mistrust a Dova. I have overcome my nature only through meditation and long study of the way of the voice. No day goes by where I am not tempted to return to my inborn nature. Zimgrifhorvut se sulyech. What is better, to be born good or to overcome your evil nature through great effort?
You know which is better. I thank you, Parthenos, and I assure you that I do not think in the ways of the Blades. Again, despite how Lydia dresses, it's simply fantastic armor. I will keep you informed on how this Dragon's Reach expedition goes.
Sum Ark Mora.
Alright, Lydia. I know he's neat to look at, but let's get to Whiterun.